So we're doing something a little bit different today. It's kind of like a stream, but not. Basically, it's just a YouTube video. I'm making a YouTube video. So although it's the same layout, border box as my stream, it's not a stream. It's like a stream, but frankly, I don't think I can talk with the comments, like keep up with the chat box while I'm opening these furs. And it's also 3 a.m., so no one will be awake anyways. So yeah, this is just, I'm probably not gonna edit it that much, but yeah, so let's get started. We've got all these boxes here. We got 3 boxes, not this one. I don't know why this one's here. Okay, we've got these 3 boxes here, all from different fabric places, and because I got a new set of commissions, a new batch of commissions, so because of that, I had to order multiple furs from multiple places, and I ended up having to buy from 3 different stores. And so, you guys get to come with me on this journey. These are my anti-stick scissors. I always use it if I have to cut tape. It legitimately works. Seriously, I don't know how I lived before I had these things. Alright, so, first up, we've got, what is this? This is Fabrics. So, there we go. So, you might notice it's a pretty bulging box here. It got a lot of damage here, but it's probably because of the post people. But the box itself is pretty bulging, so maybe they should have had a second box, or, depending, okay, if they folded the furs well, it's probably fine, but if they just threw them in there, and it's bulging like this, that means it's, like, compressed, and it's probably bending the fur fibers in a really bad way, so I'm hoping they folded it well, because in that case, it won't be as much of a problem if the fur is compressed down. And, by the way, if you ever order fur, open it immediately, because, like I said, it can get compressed down, and that's a problem because all this pressure on it can bend those fur fibers, and it's quite a pain, and sometimes not very easy or possible to get those fur fibers straight again. So, the only reason I didn't take mine out of the box immediately is because I was doing this video. Okay, so yeah, it's still compressed. Oh, okay. So they've got 2 more strips of tape going along here, so guess I gotta cut that too. So it's been a while since I ordered from Fabrics, but the last time I did, it was well packaged and it was good quality, so I've got high hopes here. And I'm just outside of the shot. There we go. Sorry about the lighting again. I feel like I'm complaining about that every second. Okay. Came with this little tag. Doesn't really mean much, but thanks. Ooh. Okay, so here's one of the fabrics I needed. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe... Oh, that's one thing I have to complain about Fabrics. They don't give you an invoice. Here we go. Alright, so this is for a personal project I'm working on, actually. Maybe you guys will see one day if I ever have time to flip and make it. But this is just a ivory fur with black tips. It's a pretty, I feel like it's not rare, super rare, but the kind of fur that I wanted specifically was this I wanted this very specific fur, I should say. And out of all the swatches I had, none of the other places had this same fur. Let me turn off this light. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit dark in here, but if I turn on the light, then it's, Alright, I'll try this. I'll move it over here. There we go. Brighter. Okay. Let's see that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So hopefully you guys can see that. Either way, I might have to color correct this. You know, I've said that every time that I need to color correct it. I'm pretty sure I forgot every other time when I intended to color correct it. So that's pretty sad. Hopefully I'll actually remember to color correct this time. There we go. Okay, that looks like a good light. You can kind of see what's going on with this. Cool. Alright. So, looks like I ordered 2 yards of this. I don't remember. And if they gave me an invoice, I could check, and I could tell you what the name of this fur is. But they didn't give me an invoice. So, thanks for that, I guess. Okay, the thing is, they folded it, but not perfectly. But they did a good enough job, so I can't complain. But I do think they could have folded it a little better. But at least they tried, and it's not super dented up, despite being in the box for like a week and a half. So yeah, this is another realistic fur I ordered. It's very beautiful also. So it's got that cream undercoat, and it's got the darker tips. And I also ordered this one. Yeah, I really liked this one, but I haven't found this same fur except at Sci Fabrics. So if you're looking for a very specific fur and you can't find it, try Sci Fabrics. They don't have a lot of choices when it comes to normal colors like reds, greens, blues, whatever. I would never buy from them for that because they just barely have any choices. But when you need like the more realistic furs, they've got a handful of rare ones. Me telling you guys my secrets. Okay, so I can't remember what the other ones are for, but I know I have a plan for them. But this one I could tell you right now. This one is for... Ugh, come here. I'm gonna make a giant Mr. Woofs. And I scoured my entire swatch library to try to find the perfect fur. And the one that worked the best, that was closest, that really gave me that Mr. Woofs feel, was this bunny fur. It's got this black undercoat. If it'll focus on that instead of my face. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. And it's the same shade as Mr. Woofs. Even though Mr. Woofs doesn't really have, like, an undercoat, sometimes the shadow kind of makes it look like it's black underneath. So, yeah, it's really soft, really nice, high quality. It'll make a really nice giant Mr. Woofs. Again, they didn't give me an invoice, so now I gotta look it up to tell you guys. So just hold tight. Okay, you guys get a trip to my laptop here. So, this is what we ordered here, okay? The Norwegian Husky fur, black, white, black, whatever. And the number, that's another positive that, Sci Fabrics has, is that they actually put the manufacturing number here. So if you know what number that is, then if there's another run of that fur, you will know if it's a slightly different shade. Alright, so this is the second, that other one, not the second, I'm not sure. This is another one that's in the box right now. I ordered some of this fur, the brown and beige. The gray rabbit, pretty sure that's the Mr. Woofs fur. And then there's this beautiful fur here. So yeah, the manufacturing number, at least I always thought that's what MF stood for. Very helpful, very helpful. And I seriously give them credit because other places will just say, oh, this is red luxury shag. And then it's like, thanks. And then you'll order it again in a few months and they're like, this is still red luxury shag, but it's a completely different shade. Like, shoot, I just put it away. Okay, so I have Figbee, my big Figbee fursuit. Actually, you might have noticed I'm wearing my Figbee pajamas today. I made these, and because I don't like Kigus that much. I just don't really like how bulky they are and stuff, but I really like wearing Figbee, so I made pajamas one day. Anyways, so I have my big Figbee fursuit, right, and I had green fur, and I realized one day that I wanted to, like, the fur around the ankles down here wasn't long enough, so I had to make this lime green longer. So I had ordered more lime green, and the lime green I got was closer to It was more pale. It was like a pale green, pale lime green. And it was barely could tell the difference. But me, who looks at my fursuit every day, who looks at all kinds of furs every day, I could tell. Not just from the backing of the fur, but from the front of the fur, I could tell it was a different fur. So it's like, that's why everybody always says, if you need to order fur, order enough the first time around. Because if you order a second time around, it might have been a different production cycle. And you might get slightly different texture, slightly different color. Which sucks. Because it can be very off. You may or may not notice. And it's not worth it. So just order what you will need first time around. So yeah, that's why I give Sci Fabrics credit. They folded it well. They always have the manufacturing number on their website for whatever release of fur they have. Whatever, there's another word for that. I can't remember. Yeah, I give them credit. That's really good. Downsides, they didn't give me an invoice. They didn't give me an invoice last time either, and that was not great. But I have worked with them before. I ordered some other stuff, and let me get this out of the way while I speak. Back when I lived in another apartment, something was weird with Google Maps. It didn't understand that my apartment existed, and so when they, in their systems, and multiple people's systems, this happened all the time. Nobody understood that my apartment was a real place. So, Sci Fabrics, they actually called me up to make sure that the place was the real place. Like a real place, like the correct address. And I thought that was pretty good customer service. So that was good. That was nice. So for the most part, they have pretty decent customer service. They folded their fur well. Yeah, they didn't give me an invoice. Oh, and one thing I had to say. These 3 different companies that I ordered from, Sci Fabrics came in first. Like, 3 days later, it was here. The other ones I waited weeks for. Legitimately, like... Okay, let me see which one this one is. Okay, Big Z Fabric. This one, Howl Fabric. Okay, yeah, so, let's look at our Big Z Fabric. But yeah, for, like, regular colors, like, green, red, white, black, whatever, that's not something I would buy from Sci Fabrics, because they just don't have the selection, really. But, if you need any kind of realistic fur, get some swatches from them, figure it out, because they do have some rare, unique furs. And, they're not a bad company. Alright, give me just a second to open this up. And boy, they shipped it fast. Like, I ordered it in the middle of the night, and 3 days later, it was here. I couldn't believe it. They must have shipped it immediately. And Big Z Fabric took a week. Howl Fabric took 2 weeks. So that's why these have been in the boxes for so long. Like, jeez. I was waiting for all 3 boxes to show up so I could do this video. And what even? Alright, I don't want you guys to see my address, lest, somebody come attack me or something, but, alright, Big Z Fabric, they gave me an invoice. I give them credit for that. Thank you, Big Z. They always give me an invoice. Yeah, delivery, expensive, shocker. Okay. Oh god, they even put my actual whole name on the swatch bag. So I gotta show the back side of the swatch bag. That's kind of another positive of doing any kind of unboxing video, not technically on a stream. Like, this is just a regular YouTube video, so it gives me the chance to edit it out later. But yeah, if this was a stream, depending on who I had on the stream, if they saw my name or address, it could be bad. I mean, it's not like I'm a famous person, but maybe one day I will run across somebody who's not so great that could really make my life difficult if they found out some of my personal information. Okay, so here's one thing we ordered. A UV fur color card. Ow. Sorry. UV colors. So, Usually they'll give you one bigger one in the middle so you can kind of feel it, get the texture, and then they'll give you like a smaller version of the other colors. Let me move this a little closer here. Yeah, let me do what I can to get you guys the best color. So I do have a black light, but it's at my parents' house, so maybe we'll test this another day on stream, but for now, this is the best I can show you. These are all UV reactive, so if I had the black light, they should technically glow a little bit. So that's cool. I like that. Fire red, turquoise, neon green, neon yellow, neon orange, neon pink. Is this one even neon? Are these two even neon? They're just fire red and turquoise. Are those just standard furs, or are they actually UV? That needs to be tested. I might test that later. Because that's kind of bizarre, don't you think? Anyways, yeah, so that's our color pack. I really wish I could give you guys my personal viewpoint of it. I need a GoPro. I'll strap a GoPro to my face. Alright, let's go over the other swatches I got. Oh, quick warning. Big Z, their website, okay. If you log into their website, it will remember what you bought last time, and it will add it onto your order without telling you. And then you'll end up with multiples. Multiple swatches, multiple yards of fur. I've had to cancel orders from Big Z Fabric because after you order it and give them your credit card info, it adds it on. So before you add anything to your cart, log into your account, delete everything you bought last time you shopped with them, then you can add your stuff and buy it. It's completely... I was gonna say a bad word. It's ridiculous. It's completely stupid. My mind is blown. Anyways, so I have a lot of repeat swatches here, but I'll show you them anyways. Lime green, luxury, not luxury, short shag, eco shag, lime green. It's not bad. I should show you these close up better. Yeah. Really nice. I like the short look. If you need something short, like if you want it on the arms, you don't want it to be full length, that would be pretty nice. Because then you wouldn't have to shave it all by hand, but you can still get more detail in your fursuit by not having this really long fur. So if you wanted shorter fur, the short shag is pretty nice. Just make sure it's the right shade, because this lime green might not be the right shade to match the luxury shag, regular size. So that's why you get swatches. Wow, what is this? I don't know, but I like it. Faux fake fur. I'll just show you guys. There we go. Rustic fox. Okay. So this is unexpected, actually. This looks great. There we go. Let me just try to... There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's got this rust color. Oh god. This rust color up here. And then it's got two shades of cream in here, like this darker yellowy and then this lighter cream color, like my chest here. And this actually is kind of like a forest green, like a dark hunter green. Sometimes you can tell better from the backing. Yeah, it's crazy. Alright, let's see, what's this one? Oh, yeah. So that's that one, if you care about that. I'm just gonna call it Alaskan Husky Blonde, because that's basically what it is. So yeah, it's Alaskan Husky, which is this fox-like fur with the black tips, but it's blonde, which is what they call this shade of cream, at least at Big Z Fabric, so that's nice. Tundra Wolf. You know what? I also give them credit because on the back of these, they, Big Z Fabric always puts this, sticker that tells you exactly what it is. And I think Psy Fabrics does that too? I can't remember because I haven't ordered a swatch from them in ages. But I'm pretty sure they do too. So, don't count them out. Yeah, so this is a nice fur. See, you can see the dark brown up here because that's the undercoat is that dark brown. That's really pretty. Yeah, so they have... Big Z Fabric has a lot of these, more realistic furs also. So again, Psy Fabrics, Big Z Fabrics, they're good for realistic furs if that's what you're after. Again, another Seafoam. As I mentioned before, I got a lot of mixes, like repeats from ones I've ordered before. So yeah, here's another Seafoam for you. Alright, this is 3-tone rainbow tinsel. Yeah, hopefully that's legible. So yeah, that's pretty. I like the color. It's basically lime green fur, yellow, and baby pink, but it's got that tinsel mixed in. And so if you like all those colors and you like kind of like a splotchy look, this one might be a lot of fun. I like it. I really like the way this looks. Especially because in between like the blending, like right in the center there, it kind of blends a little, which is really cool. Alright, so we're back to more of these realistic looking ones. Yeah, so this is Tundra Wolf. Yeah, again, you can see the undercoat. If you can't really see the undercoat that well, just know that it's usually at the top here, because, yeah, and it's on the back too. So here's what this one's called. Shoot, I was gonna say something about this, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yes! Okay, so see how this one is labeled as, right there, new lot. Alright, so let me explain this really quickly. So Big Z Fabric, let's say they had this kind of fur in production. Well, let's say they had 100 yards made, and you bought 1 yard of the 100 yards, and then later on, they're like, oh boy, people are still buying this, let's produce some more. So they produce another 100 yards. Technically, it's still the same fur, but because they didn't give you the manufacturing number, you wouldn't know that since it was produced at a different time, it could have a different, slightly different texture, slightly different colors, like the dye lot. That's what it's called. I couldn't remember. It's called a dye lot. D-Y-E, dye lot. So, yeah, so to get around that, to make sure people know what they're doing, what they're buying, Psy Fabrics writes the dye lot number, the manufacturing number, so that if you buy another yard, you're aware that it may be the same or a different dye lot. And Big Z Fabrics does not do that. The fact that it says new lot here, from my experience, maybe it's changed. From my experience, when it says new lot, sometimes it means it's literally the same fur, it's a new lot. But usually it means it's the same fur. Like they have the same name, but there's definitely changes to the fur. And I can show you this. There was some polar bear fur. It used to be called polar bear. And then they made a new lot of this polar bear fur. And the new lot was completely, like it was flat like this. Like the pile was nothing. But the reason I wanted the original lot was because the pile was thick. It was the squishiest, thickest fur I've ever seen. And so, like, what do I believe anymore? I don't know whether to believe them when they say, this is a new lot, so is it the same kind of fur? Is it a different fur? And if it's the same fur, is it a slightly different shade or texture, or will it match my other project? It's just, So Big Z Fabric, you get minus points for having a garbage website. Oh, which, by the way, every 2 seconds, it goes ping, ping, ping. So if you have multiple tabs open when you're trying to decide what furs you want, all of them will be pinging you at the same time. It's awful. So you lose points for having a garbage website, and you lose points for being completely unclear about your new lots. Like, it says new lot. Do I believe you or not? But they do keep points for giving a nice sticker on the back and folding the furs well, which we'll get to in just a second. So yeah, we'll continue. I'm still complaining about them. Sorry. This one's really pretty. Wow, that's very realistic. It says Canadian lynx, but honestly it looks like, yeah, I could see that. It looks like a really spotted section of a tiger. Like, it's very neat. I like that a lot. But you gotta be aware that when you have these furs, see how it's like white, and then it kind of mixed, and then it's back to that amber color. That's usually means that if you have this whole yard of fabric, it'll be striped with those colors, which makes it really hard if you're trying to do just a spot of orangish or just a spot of white, because it's literally striped. So if you need to use this fur and you need to use only this color or only this color or only the blend, you might need to order extra just because it comes in big thick stripes. So yeah, it can kind of make color matching weird on suits. Yeah, this is another repeat thanks to their garbage website. This is just burgundy, which is really hard to pick up, but burgundy and maroon are basically the same, except I'm pretty sure maroon is slightly more pinkish, and burgundy is more reddish, but they're very similar, and some places use the words interchangeably, so like, what the heck does this mean? Okay, they give me the name, that's great, but second quality, and it doesn't even have, like, a closing parenthesis. What does that mean? What does that mean? Second quality? What? What do you mean? See, that's what I'm telling you. They're not... It's like they're trying, but at the same time, other fur companies have been getting it a little bit less confusing, please. I don't like this one because it's got these splotches of orangish, and it just doesn't look great, in my opinion. That one. Snow leopard brown. This is nice. This is a nice big swatch. Wow, I really like that a lot. So again, if you got this, it would probably be hard to put in a suit because see how this half is orange and the other half is more cream? Like, if this was on a big yard of fabric, it would be thick stripes, cream orange. So that's fine if you want to use it, but if you want like one really big continuous piece, like for the belly or something, it's gonna be really hard. But yeah, wow, I give them credit for this. This is one great thing. They actually give you substantial swatches, because other places like Psy Fabrics and Fursuit Supplies will give you a swatch that's like this big, and you can't even, like, something like this, I like to shave half of it so that I can get the idea of what half of it is shaved and then the other half is like normal, so I can kind of look at it, and sometimes I'll try to do gradient. Like, that's the purpose of having a swatch, is so you can mess around with it. But like Psy Fabrics and Fursuit Supplies give you the little babyest swatches. There's not even enough space to like half shave it. It's just ridiculous. So you know what, Big Z Fabric, good job. You've given me a swatch that's a decent size. Oh, Howl Fabrics too. Theirs is not as small, slightly bigger, but it's still way too small. I mean, I will pay $2 per swatch. I'll pay a little bit more. Just please give me a swatch I can work with. I shouldn't have to order 2 swatches. Like, see this? If I want to shave half and have the other half unshaved in one big piece, that's great. But if they give me if I order 2 tiny little swatches and I shave one and don't shave the other, I mean, yeah, I'll get my result, so I'll know what it looks like, but they're not connected. Like, this would be one connected piece that I can say, okay, this is what this is, I can order it if I want. But the other ones will be, they're separate pieces. Like, I shouldn't, why you gotta do that? I'm sorry, it's not very important, really, but when you work with these kinds of furs on a daily basis, you order as much furs as I do, it's like, I feel like I have a right to judge a business by the quality of their business, like their website, the way they pack their things, the way they label their things, and as a fursuit maker who goes through a lot of this stuff stuff really does irk me, like, alright, so, I mean, it's not an emergency, it's not that bad, I know, I just get annoyed, okay? Alright, so these few things came in this bigger mailer that was inside the box with the rest. And, I ordered some jersey fabric, which, if you've ever had, like, a jersey, you'll know what this is. It's, like, really lightweight fabric. My intent was to use this for some balaclavas, because balaclavas can be made with spandex, but also this jersey knit that's very thin is really airy and open. It's really nice for balaclavas also. So I ordered a yard of this purple, and I also ordered a yard of that in black. So hopefully I can give some people some more choices about what kind of balaclava they like. I'm still trying to decide which one I prefer, if I like jersey or spandex better for my balaclavas, but I'll let you guys know when. Right now that's up in the air. Alright, so here, let me move this down. Here is some yellow fur I ordered for the commission I'm working for, Bellamy. Bellamy is a husky that is white, purple, and yellow, and this is the yellow. They already had their tail made, so I needed to order fur that was as close to theirs as possible. So this is the color I got, which I think it's just yellow. I think it's just called yellow from Big Z Fabric. Hopefully it's the same dye lot. That's all I can say about that. I won't know because they don't list it. Thanks a lot for that, but yeah, very, very pretty yellow. I want to get a close-up, but it's like every time I move, the camera doesn't know what to do with itself, with the color-wise. So I feel like the best I can do is just show you guys a lot of angles and hope you can kind of get the idea of what this fur looks like. Yeah, here we go. In the light, you can really see that pretty color shining. Yeah, I love yellow. And I've said this before, like, I wanted yellow in my Figby fursuit, but I didn't know where or how much. Anyways, I did end up using yellow for my stripes here, and for, his knees. Obviously, this isn't the fur that I used, but this is as close as I could get when I was making my pajamas. But I ended up going with this more macaroni yellow, because I love macaroni. Alright, so this is a pretty color, I'll tell you right now. This is Apollo Wolf Pink. So, boy, I love this shade. This is gorgeous. Wow. So I could tell by the swatch that this one was pretty, and I knew I wanted to make something with this. So yeah, this one isn't for a commission. This is for a personal project I have in the works. But boy, I hope you guys can see those pinks. They're beautiful. I'll try different angles like I did before. There we go. Focus, camera. I believe in you, camera. Show them the pink. Well, at least in my playback right now, I'm not really getting that pink, so again, color correcting. We'll see how we can do. But yeah, that's part of the problem is this light not working. Yeah. So this is just gorgeous. And here's the backing. You can really see the pink on the back. Although it looks a little bit tannish in the camera, it really is like a, it's like a, I'd call it like a blush, like a dusted blush pink. And then the rest of this is like a light gray. Let me hold this up for you guys. So yeah, this is called Apollo Wolf Pink. And it's, yes, we're still working on Big Z fabric. So this is a Big Z for gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, oh. That deep pink is just so beautiful. Can't wait to work on this, make something with this. So hopefully we can do that one day. I have a lot of personal projects that I just don't have time for. I gotta do commissions or I don't eat. Wow, okay, this is great. So this is a fur that I don't know if it's new, but it's definitely new to me. It's like a turquoise of Alaskan Husky turquoise, and it's beautiful. It's like Figby blue, but with the black tips on there. Yeah, wow. So of course, if you want, you can mess around with this. The way I do it is, if I want it to be more blue, you shave off more of the tips, because the tips have a lot of that that black on there. So if you shave off just a hair, like maybe, you know what, maybe half an inch. Yeah, actually, if you shave off half an inch, this fur will appear much more blue. Because right now, when you look at it, it's very much half and half. But if you want it to be more blue, it'll still have the black tips, but it'll look a lot more blue. So that's what I like to do with this fur. this kind of fur where it's like a pretty undercoat with like a dark tips. And this is Alaskan Husky, turquoise, I think it was. Turquoise. Okay, with this new setup, maybe the pink will show better on this fur. Maybe if I put the blue next to it, you'll be able to see the pink better. Yeah! Alright. Oh, this fur. Oh, boy. So this is a fur, okay. I've seen different places carry this kind of fur. I've seen Mendel's carry something similar, where they called it deer tail. I've seen this kind of fur before at Joann Fabrics, if you're in America. It was pretty a cheap version of it. I've seen Sci Fabrics call it frizzy fox. I've heard striped fox. But yeah, basically, this is just, and it's not kinked, but it kind of looks like it, just because the way it's striped like this. So this is a really good one for like birds or something. It looks really neat. And it's got ever so slightly just a few little bits of like reds and yellows coming out of there. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. It's a little better. But yeah, every so often there is a little bit of color, which you can see on the back a little. Yeah, there we go. Focus camera, come on. Show the people. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the camera is just like, what? What do you want from me? There we go. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. So you see the stripes in the backing? Like the stripes that go up and down? That's exactly what I was talking about before. So like if you need to cut a straight line, you can follow like these lines on the back. It makes it easier. Okay. Ooh. So this is for a commission for a griffin named Ace, which is up here. Hi, Ace. He's not done, so his mouth looks a little weird, his eyebrows look a little weird, but you know what? He's on his way. But he's a whole ton of shades of purple. It's a very beautiful design. And this is I believe lilac? I believe this is called lilac. It's very pretty. I'm gonna keep turning this lighting. There we go, okay. So, it might look like lavender to you or something, but it's really, or is it violet? It looks very, very violet. Like if you look up one of those, if you look up like a violet purple flower. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh man. So the thing about this one is it's really pinkish, and you can't see it. Darn. I'm worried that I'm gonna have to color correct this whole video in a different way. Each color shade has to be a different way. Okay. But just a second ago, the camera did adjust to it perfectly. Come on, camera. I need you to do this for me. Come on, camera. Sometimes if you hold up other colors, it'll properly adjust, but it's not doing for me. Let's hold up the blue. There we go. Okay. So if I hold the blue up next to it, you can get a little closer idea. That's still not perfect, but it's better. It's very pinkish. It's a very pinkish purple. Yet, somehow it's not, like, pastel either. It's very rich. It's a very nice color. Let me hold it up real close. Yeah. Every single time I do one of these unboxing videos, I'm like, I'm gonna have to color correct this. And then I usually forget, but this time I'm gonna spend like hours color correcting, because this is a lot of color that needs to be shown. This is beautiful. Alright, and that is all that I ordered from Big Z Fabric. Again, not the best, but their prices are pretty good. They have a huger selection. Like, they've got a pretty fantastic selection. And, they do, part of the problem is, with them, also, another problem is, sometimes they just run out of stock, especially with these specialty furs. Like, yellow, yeah, that ran out of stock. Oh yeah, their black ran out of stock, and I needed black, so I guess I gotta order from them again, but, yellow will eventually come back, right? That's a basic color. But things like this, if you have a specialty fur that you need to get it now. I'm serious, because if you wait, it'll just be gone off their website. They'll just decide, oh, all done now. And if you try to visit that website page, it just doesn't exist anymore. They just decide they're done selling that product now, and it sucks because I have swatches that I gather to make things out of, and it's just suddenly it's over. And it's very sad. It makes me sad. So, if you wonder why I buy a lot of furs, a lot of the time it's literally just preparation. Like, my fear of it going out of stock. And it's sick because companies do that on purpose. They want you to be afraid that whatever it is you want to buy, whether it's a video game or certain clothes or whatever it is, they want you to feel like, oh no, I gotta hurry and buy this right now because it'll go out of stock. And it's awful. It's a very terrible scheme that people, those big companies do. But in this case and many others, you just gotta buy it now. It's like when you're buying Amiibo, like Nintendo Amiibo. If you don't buy it when you see it, you're probably never getting a chance again. It sucks. But at the same time, there's nothing you can do about it. If there is a specialty fur you want, buy it as soon as possible. Just because it can and it will likely go out of stock. Not always. I've seen specialty furs get restocked and stay for years, especially like the Alaskan Husky furs. But some stuff, like this Apollo Wolf Pink and that stripy fox one, I don't expect that one to get restocked when it's done. It can, but I'll be very surprised. Alright, give me just a second to rearrange here. So yeah, Big Z Fabric. I will continue to order from them, just like I will continue to order from Psy Fabric, but now you guys know my positives and negatives for them. Okay. So I took a break just for a second so I could go find my brush, because when my hair starts getting tangled, it's very uncomfortable. It's just, I like it when it's straight. Also, it looks better. Alright, so Howl Fabrics. Time to tear into you, I guess. I'm gonna wait until I open this up so you guys don't see my address. I know you guys all want to send me fan mail, like the one person that has ever watched my channel. Yeah, so, Howl Fabrics, this had better be good, because you made me wait a long time. You made me wait 2 weeks, and I'm mad about it. Because meanwhile, these other furs were sitting in their boxes, getting all crinkled up, just because I was waiting for Howl Fabrics to deliver, so better be good. You better impress me. Alright, so yeah, just like the other one, came with the plastic wrap around it. That's standard. If you guys shipped a fur that's not in a bag of some sort, it will probably be musty, and that will be a bad place to buy from. The good news is they sent me a bag of fur, which is what they should do. Alright, so this is, God, I don't remember what it's called. Amethyst, I think? Amethyst fur, which is for, that same Griffin Ace I was mentioning before. Yeah, the fur, it's really soft. It's got a nice thick pile. That's high quality. That's good fur. As it should be. I mean, it's exactly what I was expecting, so. Very nice. Oh, this is, I believe this is Cream Luxury Teddy for a project I'm working on. The cream is really pretty. It's basically off-white, like a vanilla color, like a different shade of the cream I'm wearing now, basically. So it's like, it's not ivory, it's a tiny tinge more yellow than ivory. Yeah, very much vanilla ice cream color. Let me try to get this bright light over here. Maybe the bright light will help me get the better color that I need. Come here, you light. Ah, accidentally changed the type of lighting. Okay. There we go. So yeah, hopefully this reads well enough to you guys. So yeah, very high quality. You can always expect from Howl Fabrics. Apparently you can expect slow shipping. But yeah, good solid backing, really strong. Maybe even too strong. But it's good. It's good backing. Oh yeah, okay. So Howl Fabrics now carries, I think they said 60 plus more colors of minky fabric, which if you don't know, minky is actually a very hard color to find. It's hard to find different colors in, and not incredibly hard, it's just that there's so many shades of minky that it's just okay. Basically, there's a lot of shades of minky out there, right? But if you thought there was a lot before, holy cow, get the swatches from Howl Fabrics, there's even more. I think that's a better way to explain it. There you go, I've explained it for you. I hope that makes sense. Because if you need a color of minky, regular colors are easy to find, but if you need a very specific color, they've got a lot of choices. There we go. Okay, so this is Mallard. I needed this for a specific... Actually, I've got it on me right now. I'll show you guys. I made this a long time ago. Sorry. This is my tail, kind of unbrushed, but it's turquoise fur with baby blue, I think? Baby blue? Maybe. And honeydew yellow fur at the tip here. And here is the hand paw that goes with it. But the hand paws, it's actually not... I mean, it's very close. But the thing is, the hand paws are actually supposed to be a shade darker. And I could not find this color anywhere. And then, out of nowhere, Howl Fabrics is like, hey, by the way, we're stocking like a bazillion new minky colors. And finally, I'm able to get that shade darker that I needed. Because right now, this isn't even minky. This is just fleece. And as you know, fleece will ball up. So see how it's not great. So I'm probably going to end up remaking those hand paws. They're an old pattern anyways, but wouldn't it be much nicer if it was made out of this? This really short, fine fur that's very soft. Now that's minky, and that's what I'm going to use. Alright, let me put this away. So yeah, big plus to Howl Fabrics because they have a lot of colors that other places just do not have. Like this cream, this amethyst, and including all these minky colors. This is their gold minky, which again goes to that griffin ace. This is going to go for his hands, like those bird hands. You know how griffins have like bird hands? So this is going to go on there. Very pretty gold. Trying to get the camera just right. I'm sorry, guys. And then we've got... This one's a basic... I'm pretty sure I could have found this somewhere, but the thing is, there's a lot of very similar shades of blue, and I found the perfect shade of blue that I needed at Howl Fabrics. And this is, I believe, called Breeze. I believe that's what this one's called. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still trying to get that right lighting. Yeah, I believe this one's called Breeze. But yeah, very pretty. It's like a light turquoise, like Aruba or something. Oh, this is for a tongue. I can't remember what this one is. I think it's like papaya or something. But it's for a tongue for, I think Bellamy, the suit I'm working on for, a husky suit I'm working on. So there's that. Wow, there's a lot of minkies in here. Okay, there's another blue. I don't know what this one's called. And they will all look so similar too. So you really just need to get the swatches. Did they not? They didn't give me an invoice. How dare they? Now I can't even tell you what it's called. I'm just sad about it. I'm just disappointed. Alright. I do believe this is dark teal wintergreen or something, or maybe just like winter green. It's just like it's actually very similar to this mallard here. It's like basically the same color. I might need to make something out of this. It's like, wow. Okay, in the camera it looks totally different. What even? But just looking at it with my eye, okay, I can see how they're different color families, but just looking at it quickly, it kind of looked the same to me, but I can definitely see how, I guess, that's the thing about furs. That's the thing about furs. It's not like this is a solid thing of plastic. Like, I have an extra ring light here, okay? This is clearly, it's like an opaque white, but you can still tell it's kind of whitish. It's like, yeah, that's white. But you can't do that with furs. You can be like, okay, yeah, that's like wintergreen. But no, because if you put it in white lighting, like this ring light I here, it has white light on, and I can change it to more of a daylight, and I can change it to more of an orangish light. Okay, so depending on what kind of lighting we're using, it could change. Depending, like, it could be one of my other fluorescent incandescent lights or real sunlight. That's why furs will always give you different colors and you cannot win. So that's why I'm trying to show you guys so many different angles, because even when you're just taking pictures of it and posting it on their website, you will not get a perfect color shade just from a photo, even if you color correct it. So the best you can do is just look at a video of it in different angles, different color situations, and just hope you understand, because it's got different depths of the fur, and it takes shading and shadow different, and the way it reflects in the different lights, it's like, yeah. So yeah, you can't even trust the photos, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Obviously the best thing to do is order some swatches of what you think you need, and they usually are just like $1 or $1.50 at most stores, usually $1. And then you can take that little swatch yourself and take it outside, take it everywhere. Yeah, just take it with you on the bus, take it to school. Yeah, just get a swatch or however many you need. Get similar colors, like if you're looking for a light pink, try baby pink, blush, rose, I think. I can't remember what it's called, I'm sorry. But there's a lot of, like, really similar colors out there, like, especially between the different stores. A lot of them carry different stocks, so order swatches, know what you're getting, and then quickly order the fur yards. Because if you order a swatch, it's usually cut from the same type of fabric, like the same fur. So if you order a swatch of this amethyst purple, and then you wait like a year and then you order it, it might be a completely different dye lot, so you might get a slightly different color. So unless that's what you want, just be aware of that, because that's what happened to me. That polar bear fur I was complaining about earlier, it was this nice thick pile, poofy fur, awesome stuff, and then that was just the swatch, and then I ordered it like a few months, I think it was 3 months later, I ordered that fur, and it was a completely different fur. So thanks for that, Big Z Fabrics. But, yeah, that's been me ranting. And be aware that the price of furs has gone up considerably. And no matter where you shop, you're gonna pay a lot for these furs, and, you're gonna pay even more for shipping. Especially if you live outside of the U.S., I'm not sure how bad it is for Canada, but I know people that aren't, like, anywhere near us, like, I've seen makers complaining like crazy about shipping prices. Like, it's out of control. And especially, like, it's like, it's bad for shipping, it's bad for just the price of the fur yard itself. It's like, no matter what you do, you're screwed. So, expect to be spending a ton of money, and expect furry costumes, everything, to go up, because to keep up with the price of the fur and the foam is just, frankly, it's unbearable. So this is where I keep my swatches, okay? I'll show you, okay? Okay. So I have this box, cardboard box, yes. Inside this box, I have a ramen box, a Tony the Tiger, giant Frosted Flakes box, and, a Fudge Stripes box. Why did I choose these boxes? Well, I went to Costco one day, and, they had these boxes, and I liked them. So after the food was gone, it's just like my macaroni boxes you guys see me have all over the place. All the time. It's just like, if I need a box for something, might as well be something cool, right? So, in here, shocker, I actually use even more boxes. So I have these Ritz cracker boxes that I use. Yeah. They're how I keep my swatches separate. So I have just stacked swatches in here. And so whenever I need an idea or something, I come back to my swatch pile here. And see, the thing is, swatch packs that I've made like this that I love all these shades together, but this color, this fur that I wanted so badly, it's all the colors that I love, like the blues, the yellow, a little bit of purple. This is what it's called. And you know what? One day they just removed it. Big Z Fabric just removed it from their site. And I never bought it because I couldn't afford it at the time. Because I didn't buy it immediately. It's just gone now. And I'm sad because look at this awesome pack of swatches I made to go with it. It's got this pretty purple and yellow and the blue and the light blue. And it goes perfectly with this. I made it to make a really cool costume. And then you go to buy the fabric and it's gone. So I don't want to scare you guys, but if there is a specialty fur that you want, get it immediately. As soon as you can, I guess. Alright, some furs, like this one, like the Alaskan Husky furs, those are not as rare. I'll show you the back. See, I wrote on it with marker at one point. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, that's the name of this. It's just blue. But some specialty furs don't go out, but this one will. It will go out. This is the Night Dream, I think is what it Midnight Cinder Block, that's what it's called. Yeah, so if I ever got fan mail, that's what I would ask for. I would say, you know what? I have trouble finding certain shades of colors that I need. In fact, right now, I need a luxury teddy. From Howl Fabrics, I need amethyst, no. Berry purple luxury teddy. And they don't have any. And I need it for a commission, so now I'm just screwed. Now I have to wait until they restock it. Which they said they are restocking, but it's gonna be January, I think they said. So now I gotta wait months. It's like halfway through December right now, so that's nice. Alright, so here, remember this fur that I just bought this one, and you saw the yard earlier, I was showing you guys. Here's the swatch pack I made for it, and it looks nice, doesn't it? It's so pretty. So, if I wasn't able to get this, I would have been really sad. So, that's my take on specialty furs. So what would I consider a specialty fur? It's hard to say, because if you are constantly in the fur business like me, like constantly buying furs, you're aware of what is going around and what you can just tell. But if not, like if you're just wanting to buy some furs, you're somebody like a young maker, or you just want to make your own costume. A specialty fur is what I would say anything like this, anything very unique. Solid color furs like purple or whatever, they're probably not specialty furs. But anything with all these colors, basically any kind of realistic fur can go out and get switched out with something at any time. So I would say that realistic looking furs are specialty furs. And I don't know if any other other makers call them specialty furs. That's just what I call them. So if you say that and nobody knows what you're talking about, sorry. I call them specialty furs. Because they're hard to get a hold of, and they're rare sometimes because of it. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna keep talking. Other specialty furs, I would say, are custom run furs, or furs that are only offered at one place in limited areas. So like Howl Fabrics has a lot of bunny shag furs right now, and I have no idea how long they intend to carry those. And some of them just off the website one day. Some of them are just gone. So, things that are like turquoise, cobalt blue, lavender, purple, yellow, orange, basics will come back. But when you're talking about like, what's one that I wanted? Can't even remember. Like a special color luxury bunny shag of like, I think there was like a creamsicle orange once at fursuitsupplies.com. That would have been nice to have, but yeah. So any kind of custom run orders, especially custom run orders from Fursuit Supplies, and any ones that look like they may be custom or maybe short-lived, like any colors that are somewhat rare. Like I know there was like a brick red and like a green apple luxury teddy on Howl Fabrics. And lots of those. And I have no idea how long they intend to hold on to those. So, those are the ones that you really need to watch out for. Those are the ones that you should probably just buck up and buy quickly. Alright, so this, in case you wanted to know, is my swatch bin. Yeah. So, I guess, okay, well, I was curious earlier. I couldn't remember the size of Fabrics swatches, but here they are. Honestly, I would not get normal colors from Fabrics. I don't know what it is, but they seem like thin to me. Like they don't have much of a pile to them, so I wouldn't go out of my way to get that. But the colors, like if you got this from Fabrics, yeah, this one is from Fabrics. See, it's even got the manufacturing number on there, of course. Like the custom, like the realistic specialty ones. Those ones are nice from Fabrics. So like a longer one, Flocati shag. This is from Fursuit Supplies, and normally I'd label it, but every company has their own like tags. Like Fabrics has this big thick tag, and let's see where's a Big Z Fabric. Big Z Fabric has like this really thin long tag, and Fursuit Supplies has got this tag. So normally, I deal with furs so much that I just kind of remember. I just know what one is from where. But normally, and I'm shocked I didn't, I will write exactly where this is from. So I would write, this is from Fursuit Supplies. So I'd write FSS, Fursuit Supplies, on here. Or if I got it from Howl Fabrics, I will write HF. Or Big Z Fabric, BZF. Fabric, SY. Fabric Empire, haven't shopped with them in years, but if I did, I just put FE, Fabric Empire, because one of the things about swatches is you need to know exactly what you have. So look at this one. I wrote Big Z Fabric on this one, even though I know what it is just by looking at the label. It's just, I just prefer to stay as organized as possible. By the way, this is a gorgeous fur, isn't it? So yeah, gosh, I mean, I've talked swatches and furs for hours right now, like, and I didn't even have a chat to keep up with, and I think if I had a chat to keep up with this time, it would have been too hard, because this is an info dump. This is a lot of info. But, I feel like I've mentioned a lot of really important things, or if you're just interested in fursuits at all, and you just want to be in the community of fursuits and hear people talk about fursuits, I mean, even if you don't intend to buy fursuit, or anything anytime soon, I hope you enjoyed this video, just because it's entertaining, hopefully. But I do have a few more things to say before I go, so, I don't know why I'm kind of doing like an outro. I didn't mean to. Yeah, so, sometimes I will get, let explain it like this. Sometimes I'll order a fur, like, I'm sorry, there's fur in my mouth right now. Okay. Alright, so let's say I could tell by the picture exactly, I knew this was the fur I needed. So like this yellow right here, this yellow. The person that commissioned me, they said, I need yellow from Big Z Fabric. That's what I need for my commission to match my tail that I have that's already made. And I said, okay. And so maybe I didn't own this fur before. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But let's say I've never owned this fur before, this yellow. Hang on, I'm gonna get some sanitizer because I was just picking fur out of my mouth. I've had this for a long time. Midnight Pomegranate, and pretty sure it's from Bath and Body Works, but see, the thing is, I haven't used it. I got, okay, when I was younger, I got a huge amount of sanitizers, and I've been working through it over the years, and now that the world is on fire, it's a little bit easier to use all my sanitizers, but, that one, I've had for so many years that it fermented, and it smells like just straight up alcohol. It's so strong. I know, now I'm dying. It smells like Midnight Pomegranate alcohol. Okay, anyways, let's pull this over here. So, okay, I talked to you guys, I did an unboxing with you guys of three places I ordered from. Psy Fabrics, Big Z Fabrics, and Howl Fabrics. Howl, sorry, I didn't know if you understood that or not. And the other place I would normally order from is Fursuit Supplies. So I did give you all my opinions on all of those, but I will give you a quick opinion on Fursuit Supplies. It's a good shop. They give you good furs with, like, thick pile. Very soft, very squishy. And when I say thick pile, that's what I mean. Like, they got that squish. Like, the pile of fur is thick that you can squish it. Great furs, great quality. Problem, they're like 90% of the time out of stock. Like, I have no idea what their problem is, but I've been buying furs from them for years, and they just can't get their act together. They can't. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I don't want to. This video isn't to be mean to anyone. I just want to give you guys an honest opinion about what it's like to shop with these shops at this moment in time. In the future, things may change, but right now, this is my opinion about these stores. And, yeah, they usually send you, like, a little Fursuit Supplies sticker, which I think I've been sticking them all over my bin here, my swatches bin. Yeah, so it's a very cute sticker. They've been doing that for a while now. I remember when they first started sending those. I loved that. So now I can stick those all over, and that's fun. But yeah, like, they've got good furs, but they're just never ever in stock for the most part, so you gotta keep watching it. And let's say you need 4 different colors of fur. Well, 2 of them are in stock suddenly. Do you buy it, or do you wait? You could buy it, but then they could go out of stock when you find the other ones are in stock, and it's just a huge mess. So yeah, I usually, given the choice, my go-to is usually Big Z Fabric, but Howl Fabric is quickly possibly becoming my new favorite, because they have got a lot of really good luxury teddy furs and a lot of good colors that even Big Z Fabric doesn't have. So just give their stores a good look through, decide what you need, order swatches. I think you guys get the idea of how I feel about these stores. But yeah, Fursuit Supplies is pretty great when they're in stock. And Fursuit Supplies, something you gotta know about them is they do custom runs, which means every once in a while you want to check their site because they might have a new rare fur up. And this is important because it'll be an actual rare fur. Like, this is luxury shag, right? Well, this is luxury fox. And the difference is, it's, well, luxury fox is a higher quality fur. The strands are more defined. It doesn't get, like, tangled and poofy as easy as the luxury shag. Like, I know these aren't the same shade, but I don't, sorry, just bear with me here. But the luxury fox is just a higher quality overall. It's very nice. So for Figby 2.0, when I'm making this second version of my fursuit, I wanted to use only luxury fox because it's a higher quality fur, and I just like the way it looks better. Like, it's got a better reflection. Like, each strand is more visible. It's you may like the look of luxury shag better. Like, this is luxury shag, and it kind of blends together in this big, soft, poofy look. But luxury fox tends to be almost every single one of these realistic furs are more of a luxury fox, where it's got very, very separate strands, and they reflect in a different way. Like, they're more likely to reflect in the light brighter. So, again, get swatches if you don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah. Sorry, just more fur in my mouth. Ugh. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, if you want a rare fur, one day, okay, you know Figby, my fursona, my fursuit, lime green luxury shag. But when I decided to remake him, I didn't remake him yet, but when I do, I'm going to use the lime green luxury fox, because they had a custom run of lime green luxury fox, which is like incredibly rare. Like, if you want a specific color in a specific kind of fur, you better shell out. And I'm talking thousands. It might cost thousands. But for a custom run like that, I was able to get, like, because I didn't host the custom run. I'm not really sure how it works, but it was still $60 a yard, which is just absolute pain. I ordered 3 yards in case something happened and I needed more, but that's still like a lot of money. Like, yikes. Most furs, they used to be like $20. Now they're like at least 23. The cheapest ones used to be like 20. Now they're at least 23. And the more expensive ones used to be like 35 to 40 a yard. And now they're even more than that, because I just said the price of furs went up. But, like, if you get the chance to get a specific custom run fur, it's gonna be expensive, but Fursuit Supplies does have these custom run furs once in a while, and they may return and become a mainstay, like the mint green. I got that when it was a custom run. I think I paid $30 a yard for it, so it wasn't that much more than the regular standard rate of like $22 or whatever, but that one eventually did just become standard color. But if it was like the lime green luxury fox and it just goes away forever, you're gonna want to make sure you have those. So that's I visit Fursuit Supplies once in a while just to see what they're up to, if they've got any rare furs going on. Yeah, you might need to shell out a bit more, but if it's something that you really intend on using, you just be aware that they do that at their store, and it's very cool. But yeah, I mean, Fursuit Supplies is a pretty good store. They do sell a few other things. Their balaclavas are good. I bought a fan from them, but it didn't last long, so maybe that was just me, but personally, I don't need to buy fans from them anymore because I know how to make them myself. But at the time, I mean, it didn't even last. It lasted one day. So, I don't know. Maybe they've got somebody better working on the fan making business, but at the time, I mean, I wasn't roughhousing. I did take it through a fursuit parade. Okay. I was at Anthrocon, right? I used my fan one day. It died right before the fursuit parade. So during the fursuit parade at Anthrocon in the middle of the summer, I died. It was so hot. It was outside and it was just, Anyways, I am a little salty about that the fan, fursuit head fan died right before the parade, but yeah, so that's all I gotta say about their business. So, when I get my swatches in, I'm sorry, I've got even more stuff to say. Apparently I can just talk forever. That's why I'm a streamer, I guess, lol. When I get my swatches in, I don't just dump them in, right? Okay? Because you gotta do what I said. You gotta label it first. So, let me get this out. Alright. Hang on. I know how to explain this. Okay. Some things come like this. They come in a card. Howl Fabrics likes to do this. Big Z Fabrics likes to do this. I don't know. I don't know if that's a standard or what. Depending on how you sort your furs, you may like this or you may hate it. I've seen people love the cards. They put them in like a big stack or something, or they put them in a bin like this. I've seen people take them off the cards and put them on a big cork board. I've seen people take them off the cards and put them in a big book of like a big binder, telling where they got it and what it was called. The way I like to do it is I throw it in my big bin, okay? I throw it in my big bin. I'll take them off, and I'll label each one. Oh, they're glued in. Thanks. That's great. So I'll take them off. I'll put a cheap label on there, like, where's a good example? Where's my example? I just had a great example about this. Okay, this isn't mine, but I will make a quick label like this, and I'll slap it on there. I'll write where it is from, what it is, and then I'll just put it in the bin. And the reason I like to do it this way rather than the corkboard way, or especially rather than leaving them on the card or putting it in a binder, is because I like to make swatch packs, which I just showed you in my Keebler and my Frosted Flakes here. Oh, there it is. I like to make separate little groupings here, and if they're all stapled to a card or on a corkboard or something, I can't do that. So I like to have them in a bin like this so that I can easily just take out whatever. It's like, okay, I'm looking for a red, and I keep going, and I'm like, oh, I like that red, I like that red. I'll find all the reds even if I have to, and I can choose which one I like the best. Okay, I like this red. Now I need something that matches this. Let's see what looks good. Ooh, this purple. I like this purple, but it doesn't match very well. Let's ditch the red. Let's find... Ooh, I like this one. I like that blue and the purple together. And that's exactly my thought process, and that's how I come up with new color combinations. I kind of just dump it out. Like, it's kind of messy in here right now. I don't have a lot of space because I have all these boxes here now of furs, but that's what I do. I like them all being separate. And once in a while, I'll go through and I'll brush them all, and I'll just kind of put them down nicely. I don't usually have them loose like this. Usually I will put them down, like I'll sort them by, okay, this is a tiny little square, I'll stack these two. This is a big, huge one. I'll find another big one like that and stack these two. Usually they are stacked, and it'll save you a lot of space, but, I just dumped these out a few minutes ago because I was searching for something, so sorry. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take these off. I'm gonna put a sticker on the back. So like, one of those cheap stickers. You can get them like anywhere, but I'll show you. Just a second. Ugh. Okay, but where are the labels? I'll just take it out. Okay, this is my bag of labels. There's a lot in here. Give me just a second. Alright, so something like this. Some labels in there. You could go fancy. I mean, I got this at the dollar store. You can go fancy with some of these ones, but they're like huge, so you have to cut them in half because the swatches are too tiny. These are the ones I'm looking for. Okay, so you can also get these at the dollar store or just really cheap at Walmart, whatever. They're just really basic labels, right? Super basic. So, well, I don't have... Again, I'm kind of boxed in here. I boxed myself in with fur boxes, but... So, let's say I'm putting it on this yellow. So, I'll write Big Z Fabric, because that's where it's from. Then I'll write Neon Yellow, because that's the name of the fur. And then I will write any other details. Like, I don't know. This is the details they give me up here. UV reactive, solid, shaggy, faux fur fabric. So, from that I get, with the shaggy, it's luxury shag, and it's UV reactive. So, usually I'll write Big Z Fabric, luxury shag, UV reactive, and the color, which is neon yellow. So, any information you need, yep. That's how I label them, and don't just stick the sticker to the back like you would expect. Don't just slap it on there. Prepare! You need to get hot glue and hot glue that sucker on there, because if you don't, they will all start coming off. And I found that out the hard way, and it doesn't take a lot of time before, it didn't take a lot of time, because they come off easy. This is just thin stickers meant for paper. And even the ones they send you, like where'd the Big Z Fabric one go? Like the Big Z Fabric one, like, this would be peeling up and coming off immediately already if I didn't hot glue it down. So, whenever I get new swatches, if it's on a card, I'll take it off the card, I'll make my own label, hot glue it on there. If it's like this, if it's loose, if it's got a sticker on the back, I'll peel up the sticker, hot glue it, put the sticker back down. If you don't hot glue it, you're gonna suffer later when you're trying to figure out what label goes where. Trust me, I learned from experience. So I am gonna leave these labels out, because I'm gonna do that once I get off stream here. I'm just kind of teaching you guys everything. I'm just teaching you guys a lot. Teaching you everything, actually. Let's just leave it at that. That sounds about right. So these are all my faux furs, and I've got so many that eventually I decided to separate faux furs from all other kinds of fabrics. So in here I have minkies, Velboa, anything weird like this squishy knit, quilted polyester batting. So that's interesting. Anything different. Vinyl. This one was Fursuits supplies, but I don't know why they started selling vinyl if they're only going to sell pink and black, when you could get vinyl anywhere. Anyways, weird stuff like this, cool fabrics, like anything that is not a faux fur whatever, I put in this box. And, hang on. And at the very bottom of the box, or I guess I could use another box, whatever, that's where I keep these. Now, these are the cards that I don't take apart. These cards are nice. I like these cards. This is Minky color card from Howl Fabric. Remember how I said they have like a 20,000 million bajillion colors? Here they are. Holy cow. I am shocked that they have this many. Like, see all these blues? What even? So that's a lot of blue, right? Basically any color that you could need. Oh, there's the golden. That's the one I got. Or did I get gold? I think I got golden, actually. So if you need a color, a specific color, like, wow. I don't know why the mallard is on this page. It's more blue than green to me. They should have put it on the blue page, but maybe that's because the blue page was full. I don't know. But that's the one I got. That was the mallard. So yeah, this is a lot of colors. And, before that, I had gotten this one, which was Big Z Fabrics. This is their Minky page, but, at the time it was very helpful, but, like, now there are so many to choose from with, Howl Fabric. I'll show you guys these up close so you can see the colors if you're interested. Now there's so many at Howl Fabrics, it's just ridiculous. I don't think I'll ever order a Minky from Big Z Fabric again, because there's so many more accurate colors that you can get. It's just cool. I really like this, and I'm very pleased that these are on cards, because it makes it a lot easier to hold up, and, like, I was trying to find the perfect blue for that hand paws and tail, you know? Like, it's like, gee, look at this blue. What color do I choose? There's so many. So I'm able to hold it up and try to kind of guess. And the problem is, it's still hard, because sometimes you just can't perfectly match something. So look, it looks close to dark turquoise here, but it also looks like more of a color family of lake, but it could also be teal. So even with all these colors, it's still hard. So not having these swatches is doing yourself a disservice. So if you, this this swatch pack itself, these like 60 some swatches are very expensive. I don't remember how much I paid, but it was a lot, just for these swatches. So I don't blame you if you don't buy them because they're expensive, but I am gonna tell you that it's very, very, very helpful. It's a great deal. I don't even know what I paid for it, but I'll tell you that it's worth it to buy these swatches. But if you are just making one fursuit, and you don't want to spend a lot of money just to make one fursuit, you can hopefully look at what I'm showing you right now to try to guess. And maybe you can just order a swatch of like the one or two you think it is, because you can still order these swatches separately. Or if you want like another opinion, you can send me a message on Discord or Twitter, or maybe even when I'm live on Twitch, but I think Discord or Twitter would be easier, because you can send me a picture of your reference and say, hey, can you help me find the right color shade for this? That would be really helpful. And most of the time, I will say yes. Unless I'm on vacation or I forget to answer you for like a week, which is something I'm known to do. I'm sorry. I'm just really bad with answering stuff sometimes. I just forget. But I never knowingly ignore you, so if it's a few days before I speak with you, then that's probably why. But I am definitely willing to help you find the color that you need. So if you don't want to buy this swatch pack, either just guess the few closest and order those swatches, or contact me, I guess. So yeah, I keep those in one of these bins. It's a paper-sized bin. It's short, so I just keep them in here. Yeah. So that is how I deal with my swatches. As soon as they come in, like as soon as I'm done on the camera here, those swatches that I got, I think they're all labeled, which is nice. So I am gonna peel it up and glue the label on so they don't come loose. And then I'm just gonna put them in here to go free. Unless they're a minky, in which case they'll go in here. And then go in here. Usually I'll dig this out. I'll just put it in the side here, because I don't want it to, like, bend these. I know they're just swatches, but I still want to take good care of them. So I try not to bend them. I'll usually put this at the bottom or the side. I'll organize it better after I'm done streaming. Okay, believe it or not, we've still got more to say. Let me make sure that the stream is still running properly. Okay. I did stop the recording and start it over again because I'm worried. These videos, all my streams, all my videos, whatever, take up so much space on my computer that I'm worried I'm going to run out of space and it'll corrupt. And that has happened to me more than I can tell you. It's just ridiculous. So I stopped it so I could start it again. Alright, so here's the next thing I want to tell you. Now that you know, let's see, I went over stores and how useful each one is. And then I went over what I usually do with my swatches, how I sort them and stuff. Important. That was important, at least to me. I think that's important. Look at these two colors together. Oh, that's pretty. Fuchsia and Howl Fabric, Purple Fizz. Yeah, those are nice. Okay, anyways, see, that's what happens. I'll get I'll get new swatches, and then I'll go to add them to the bin, and then I'll be like, ooh, this looks nice, and then I'll end up making, like, 20 more swatch packs to put in here, and then they don't fit, and then I have to figure out where to put them, and I don't have a lot of storage here, so it's just... Anyways. Alright, so here's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Let's say... And this is an accurate situation, so this will be helpful. Okay, so... Bellamy, Husky, is a husky, and it's a commission I have right now that I need to... I was buying furs for. So some of these furs are for Bellamy, and Bellamy already had a tail, and so their owner said to me, I bought this tail, I think I bought it on Etsy, I can't remember. Anyways, the maker used these specific furs on this tail, and it was from Big Z fabric. It was purple, white, and yellow. Yeah. Anyways, So I said, okay, that's where I'll get the furs because it has the highest chance of matching the tail that you already have. So I ordered yellow from Big Z Fabric. Thankfully, I already had the other colors, but, so yeah. About this. I have not had this yellow before. Well, okay, maybe I have. I feel like I've probably ordered yellow before from Big Z Fabric, but let's pretend I haven't. This is a new color to me, but I needed it. I needed to buy this color, and I knew, yeah. So now I have this color, but I don't have a swatch of it, and that's not good. You need a swatch of every fur you can possibly have. Every single one you have the opportunity to, get it. Like, even if you have a friend that has some furs, ask if you can trade swatches, make swatches for each other. Because the more swatches you have, the more complete your library is. It'll help you out in the future. So, I don't have a swatch of this, so I will go to the corner, and so, normally, so I'll hold it up like this, and I will cut out the corner. Now, don't cut out the top corner, and I'll tell you why. Because, watch me try to fold this, right? If I'm trying to fold this, and the top corner is missing, it's going to be really hard to fold. So, instead, go to the bottom corner here. Alright, and then just cut out however big you want for a swatch. Just cut a square, however big you need. And then, do what we did before, where we make our own little sticker labels and hot glue it on. And there you go, you made your own swatch. And you need to do that. You need to do that. Because you will be so thankful in the future that you already had a swatch of that. And so, I could have bought this fur and also ordered a swatch of this fur for an extra $1.50, but why would I do that if I need this fur anyways, and I could just make my own swatch from it? Like, I'll save the $1.50, I'll spend 2 seconds cutting a square, and I'll make my own swatch. So, this worked for me because, let's say, I mean, if we say that I didn't own this color in a swatch yet, this worked for me because now I have this fur that I need for a commission that I knew I needed, and I also have a swatch. But maybe it's a fur that you know you need, like white or something, or seafoam green, something very particular that you don't have a swatch, but you know this is the color you are gonna use. So if you buy that yard, then you don't need to buy the swatch, if that makes sense. Like, I know I'm using seafoam green. I don't have a swatch, but I have a hunch, and I know this is what I want. So if you do order a yard, don't have a swatch of it, I implore you to make a swatch. Do it. Please. It'll drive me crazy. If you don't, alright. So that was kind of, that was my rant. Honestly, that might be it. This was a pretty complete, fur rant video, because I ordered from multiple places. The only other place that I normally order from is Fursuit supplies, and I gave you my whole song and dance about them, so, yeah. So that's what it's like when you order hundreds of dollars worth of fur, and, now I have to fold it, and I usually, like, I have these clear bins up here. I only have one in this room right here, but I have a stack of at least 20. I've got a lot of fur, okay? I'll get these clear bins, because I can fold them, and they fit perfect in there. I get these from Walmart, and they're, like, not rounded at the bottom like this other bin or a lot of bins. It's like virtually the same thickness all the way down, like in perfect square, like a perfect rectangle. So I'm able to fold furs and put them in there, and it fits great. Because if you get a bin that tapers at the bottom, like thinner, it's really hard to fold and put furs in there. So if you're looking for a bin, get one that's straight-legged, straight all the way down. And clear is better, because you can just, with a glance, you can look at it and see what color furs you have in there. Like, you guys probably can't tell, it's hard to see, but I have black, gray, and a little bit of red minky in there. And even if I didn't know that, I can see it right now. So, that's my next step. When I get off camera, I'm going to make any swatches that I need, and then I'm going to fold these, brush them out if they need to. Sometimes they need to get brushed out right out of the box, because the way they were folded, or sometimes they're just manhandled, or even just you looking at them. Sometimes they need it. And, yeah, then I'll put them in their bins, and that'll be that. And, you know, I already went over the swatches. I think that's it. I talked a lot. I've been talking a very long time. I was working on the SpongeBob, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman Let's Play with Who Needs Normal, but he had to go to bed, and I was like, I still feel like working on something, but it's like the middle of the night. Nobody's awake. It's 4 a.m. right now. And, then I remembered I had all these boxes that just came in, like the last one just came in. Thanks a lot, Whole Fabrics. It took you long enough. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna take me forever, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm glad I didn't stream this one, because it's gonna be easier for me to... It was just easier for me to rant. Normally, I love streaming, though, so... Although I will do episodes like this in the future that aren't streamed, I do like streaming a lot, so I feel like most of my videos will still be streams, but... Either way, thanks for coming here with me! I'm losing my voice, I've been talking too long. There will be more gaming videos, more fursuit videos. We're still working on Ace and Bellamy. No, Bellamy's not even up here. Ace and Ren and Bellamy and lots of side projects. I'm gonna make a belt clips for Tails soon. Anyways, lots more coming. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed hearing it. Professional? I guess I'm professional. I think I'm professional now? I don't know. You guys can tell me, but a professional fursuit maker's inside thoughts and unboxing of furs and what really goes through my head when I get new furs. These are all great quality furs too. I'm really pleased with all of them, as I expected to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Me ranting and just being in a furry mindset. Sometimes it's fun just to hang out with somebody who has similar interests. So whether this was a useful video to you or not, doesn't matter if you had fun. So say hi to me in the comments if you want, or visit me on Twitch. I might stream and you could say hi. Or the Discord, whatever. And if you need help choosing colors ever, you know, I'm here too. So thank you very much. Say bye, Mr. Woofs. He says bye. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna shut this off now. Have a good one, guys.